The questions are being raised over the death of a Bangladeshi journalist after her body was discovered from a lake in Dhaka. Sajib Wazid, the son of the ousted former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, termed her death as an attack on freedom of expression. The 32-year-old Rahanuma Sarah's body was found floating in Hatirjheel Lake in the national capital. She was a newsroom editor at the private television channel called GTV. While the police suspect it to be a case of suicide, they've said that an investigation will be conducted to determine the cause of her death. The questions are also being raised over the circumstances of her death. Sajib Wazid said that Ghazi TV was a secular news channel. He mentioned that Ghazi TV's owner had been arrested recently as well, an allegation that finds credence in some recent examples. On the 11th of August, Bangladesh's interim government had issued a stern warning to media organizations stating that they'll be shut down if they publish or broadcast false or misleading news. On the 19th of August, Bangladesh High Court had ordered for the suspension of the broadcast of private television channel Samoy TV for 7 days. On the 21st of August, Ekator Television's former head of news Shakil Ahmed and its former chief correspondent Farzana Rupa were detained at Dhaka's Sheikh International Airport in connection with the murder case. And I earlier spoke with Ambassador Veena Sikri, who had served as the former Indian High Commissioner in Dhaka, and this is what she had to say on the story.
Yes, the situation seems to be very uncertain. I particularly say this because one of the main accusations against former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was restriction on journalists, was inability of the media to function freely, and they were criticizing the Digital Security Act, which had been adopted by the previous government. But in recent days, we have seen that very similar tactics are being used by the present interim government in Bangladesh. And we are seeing, for example, the most recent incident that you just described is about this TV channel called Ghazi TV channel, which is owned by Ghulam Dastagar Raza. And he himself had been arrested recently, had been detained. And the journalist whose body had been found floating in this Hatirjheel Lake in the center of Dhaka was working on this very channel. And now the suspicion is her family has given an accusation of murder. And so there's a lot of concern about this. Together with this, as you mentioned, that from other news channels also, those which are known as liberal or maybe favoring Awami League, whatever they, that they accusations are, journalists from these channels too are facing action, are facing detention and so on.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.